Continuing on with Ketchup Month, I watched Another Round starring Mads Mikkelsen. Now, this is a collaboration with him and the director of a movie they made, I don't know how many years ago, but a few years back, called The Hunt, which is absolutely amazing if you haven't seen it. So please, please, I implore you, watch The Hunt. And also watch Another Round, because this is also excellent. And this is about a few college professors who get together and they decide that they are going to keep a certain blood alcohol level, 0.05%, at all times until a certain time at night. And they're going to basically do a secret study of how this affects their mood, their life, whatever. And really, this mostly just has to deal with Mads Mikkelsen's character has fallen into a serious rut. No one really respects him at the school anymore. All the kids think that he's boring and he's too hard on them. His wife has, him and his wife are at odds with each other. They barely even talk anymore. He doesn't really have a relationship with his kids that are strong anymore. He's just kind of fallen into everyday life and has lost sight of what's important. And so he thinks he's going to use this as an excuse to get his life back. He's going to become fun again. And he does. But everything comes with a cost. What I loved about this movie, outside of the phenomenal performances, especially by Mads, as always, arguably my favorite foreign actor, for sure. But one of my favorite actors working today. I can't say this is his best performance because I don't think he'll ever top Hannibal Lecter in the Hannibal series. That show is phenomenal. But he is, once again, as always, phenomenal. Whether it's this or Le Chiffre in, Casino Royale or fucking, you name it. Galen Erso in Rogue One, doesn't matter. He's always fantastic. So that's to be expected. And this is definitely one of his better performances, which is hard to say. All of his performances are his best performance. I feel like that's what I should say. Anyway, but what I think is so great about this movie is that this film isn't so black and white. It's not like it's here to preach a message. Alcohol's bad, and anyone who does this is gonna, pay the price for it. They all have different experiences with it. Some have pretty outstanding results from it, and some have really terrible results, and some have a mixture of both. And I think that's so great. And there's scenes where you think it's gonna go one way. You're like, this is gonna result in this, and it doesn't. And it's very refreshing because it feels so real. And, anybody who is around this age and has been in relationships, and of course it's going to be different for everybody, but man, can you empathize with Mads Mikkelsen's character in this movie, where he just looks around and just is like, what the fuck has happened to my life? And he's filled with remorse and regrets, and he's thinking about things that maybe he just hasn't really contemplated in a while, and he sits there and wonders why he hasn't contemplated these things in a while. And there's so much emotional depth and range to his performance that it just shines through, and he is fucking phenomenal. And this film is well worth your time. If this sounds like a good time to you. Now, of course, this is not anything to do with horror, but as I said before, this is my Ketchup Month, and I'm just going to be talking about anything I watch. But, when I watch something and I want to review it, I'm just going to review it. I've decided that many times over, and I'm just at that point now. So here's yet another one, a really great exploration of the effects of drugs, because we consider alcohol to be a drug, right? And a man trying to get back what he has lost. And man, what a beautiful ending. The way this film ends, fucking mwah. I just love it. Kind of reminds me of something you would see in Bollywood. That's all I'd say. Great stuff, man. Great stuff. Check it out. Let me know. Adios.